taxpayers, you're back with MrTaxes.ca with special guests and our special co-host. Make sure and tune in weekly Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Central. Remember to subscribe and remember to smash, bash, and kick it in the you-know-what with that like button if you want more videos like this. And there we go. I believe we are live all the way from Mexico.
What's up, everybody?
Three-time reigning affiliate marketing champ, Jesse Garnier.
Wow, I've never been introduced like that. Thank you so much.
I don't have the same voice as Michael Buffer though.
It kind of works though. It kind of works.
Yeah, often imitated but never duplicated. I believe that he gets $100,000 per appearance.
I can't wait for the day that's me.
Those days will come. So here we are, episode number XXX, the affiliate marketing channel, the weekly webinar here hosted by the Dollar Tax Club, your side hustle for your side hustle, with special co-host Jesse Garnier.
Super blessed to be here. Thank you so much. I'm really excited for today. Robert has filled me in a lot on what we are going to be covering today, and I'm excited to learn, honestly.
Yeah, Barterfirst. I was first introduced to the barter system about 10 years ago by Amber. She's a local businesswoman here in the Lower Mainland, just outside Vancouver. Started First Canadian Barter. I was new to the Canadian system. Barter's been around for thousands of years, but they formally introduced it as a platform, and now you can trade and exchange goods and services on the platform without exchanging cash. So it works a lot like the affiliate system, you know, referring people back and forth and getting paid a little bit on each transaction. In this case, you don't have to use cash. So for example, Jesse, you could offer your affiliate marketing services, your courses online. Somebody subscribes to Barterfirst, they sign up, and away they go.
Sounds like a really interesting business model that I'm really intrigued to learn about.
Yeah, Amber's going to fill us in. I'm just going to try and get the slides queued up here for, whoa, that's the wrong slide. That's not Amber.
Technical difficulties, everybody. It happens to the best of us.
There we go. So here we are for today. So again, the agenda, same every week, same platform with a special guest, your special co-host, and myself, Robert Stone from Mr. Taxes. We're going to have our tip, our joke, our tax motivation, a little inspiration there throughout the webinar to try and keep people engaged. And then the only way that you're going to improve is to actually apply what you learn. So take a look at First Canadian Barter today. Amber's put together a special presentation. You're going to learn a lot about it. If there's accountants online here wondering how to account for these transactions, we'll talk a little bit about that with Amber. So yeah, get registered. Yeah, keep an eye on our upcoming guests. And next week we have special guests from Finastra, $5 billion company out of the UK. Their Canadian division, Philogic, supplies 90% of the mortgage industry here in Canada with their platform to facilitate lending. We'll have our special guest Ryan Spence on next week from Philogics. So get registered for that one. So who is Mr. Taxes? Dollar Tax Club. Again, our trademark's backdated to 1984, so you can do the math right out of high school. For myself, got involved in income tax at a young age with my mother and grandparents at the kitchen table during tax season. Never thought of it as a business. Like a lot of you, turning your passion into a business, turning your passion into a revenue stream. I didn't do that until later in life, but if you do have a passion, Jesse can help with that on the affiliate side and with the courses that they provide. So reach out if you need help transforming what you love doing into a business. We sold in 2015, December 31st, 2015. We grew the business to 42 offices, 350 staff, had an exit, and luckily we were able to retain all the intellectual property. So we relaunched after a 3-year non-compete, and here we are now franchising across Canada. So if you're interested in franchising your business or you're interested in our opportunity, just reach out. Again, all our contact info will be somewhere around the video here, somewhere around the replay video. We'll kick it off with a little tax joke. Wow, you scared me for a moment. I thought you were the tax man. So it's too bad Halloween's not during April, because that would be a big scare. Paige puts together these jokes every week, but if you have an idea for jokes or you have one to send to us, we'll make sure and get it on. We'll plug your business as well. So if you have a business and you want to get your name mentioned here, just send us a tax tip, motivational quote, something that we can put on. If we like it, we'll use it, and we'll make sure and give you a shout out. Big shout out here to Jesse. So Jesse, you have an hour here to fill us in on your accolades.
An hour. Well, I only need about 30 seconds. So My name is Jesse. I've been an online and offline entrepreneur since 2016. I've built multiple businesses up to $1 million businesses, helped train thousands of people through building their business of their dreams. Ultimately, our goal and our mission is to help people turn their passions into profits. Like Rob was saying a little bit earlier, branding expert. I've been #1 in sales for 3 different affiliate programs that I was running. And now I focus on coaching and consulting. That's my main passion, is just helping people light their dreams up and figure out ways to monetize off of what wakes you up in the morning and gets you excited for your day. And I'm now the co-founder of Next Level Vision, which is our latest venture. So if you want to check it out, nextlevelcommunity.com is our website.
And I know you have a Facebook group. Is it a private Facebook group? How can people get involved in your Facebook group?
Yeah, we've got a Facebook group. It's a free group you can join. Anyone can join. It is a private group, but anyone can search it. It's on Facebook. If you just search Next Level Mindset and Marketing, that's the Facebook group name.
There's somebody just popped on. That looks like Amber from First Canadian Barter.
Hey guys.
How's it going, Amber?
Good. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Okay, so I know Amber. Where are you calling us from?
I am calling from Vancouver. Well, actually Surrey, to be a bit more specific, but Greater Vancouver area.
I always said Vancouver when I moved out here because nobody knew where Surrey was unless they watched the TV show Cops.
That's terrible.
My mother called me once. When I moved out here, I was living on 112A down in Bridgeview, otherwise known as White Harlem. But my mother called one day and she said, "Don't you live on 112A Avenue?" I said, "No, I live on King George, just miles from there," because she was watching Cops, and 3 of the episodes that night were on 112A Avenue behind Bridgeview, the old Surf Hotel. The police were convened out there. So how long have you been in Surrey?
I've lived here for about 20 plus years, and I've had an office here for maybe 10 years.
And how long have you had First Canadian running?
It's been about how many years? Oh my God, I'm going to feel really old, but I think it's been about 25 years now. 26 years.
Since you were 18.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Yeah, since at least that age. Jesse, how long's your business been going?
I've had several businesses, but since 2016, I've consistently been full-time online entrepreneur. Yeah.
So I know both of you are full-time entrepreneurs, myself as well. There's a lot of satisfaction, in the entrepreneur world. You get to choose your own hours, your own time. For us, we only work half days now. We even get to choose which half, right? The first 12 hours or the last 12 hours. But I know, Amber, I've seen you at many networking events, working late into the night, 8, 9, 10 p.m., running your own events. But tell us a little bit about yourself. There's little bit of a bio on the screen, but just give us a verbal.
Yeah. Well, I've been in the barter industry pretty much my whole adult life. I went to school before this. I took journalism and PR. And then I met my husband. He had this idea to start the business. So the two of us started it together and kind of built it from an idea to now we've got about 500 members with us. So we've been doing that. I do love lots of networking. I cannot wait to the day we can go back and see people in person, as much fun as this online stuff is. I've got a little boy, he's 2, so when I'm not working, I'm busy with him. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
So Barter's been around for thousands of years. I still remember, when I first met you and Suki there at one of the events in Surrey, it brought back a memory of one of my first economics classes. I had my first class, my first accounting class actually was an economics class. And the first night it was an economist from Canada Revenue who was teaching evenings. And he explained economics to us. And he said, you have an island with a guy on an island and he's got one guy, just like the Tom Hanks movie Castaway. And you have to catch your own food, build your own shelter, etc. But, 100 meters away, there's a second island and there's a guy over there doing all his own stuff, catching his own food, but he's not really great at growing vegetables or building shelter. So he calls across to the other island and says, "Hey buddy, I know you got a great home over there. Can you come build one for me?" He said, "Wow, I'd love to do it, but what are you going to do for me?" And this is before money or currency or coins or any type of trading. And some of the first trading was kept track of with sticks. But you have a whole back end system built now with First Canadian or Barterfirst.com. And the back-end system tracks all of these transactions back and forth between individuals or companies that provide goods and services. And I know you're going to show us a little bit about it today. Well, Amber's going to give us a little presentation.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to present here and share a little bit about barter.
That's awesome. We can see it up on the screen there.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So
don't spend cash. I like that. Don't spend cash.
Just don't. No. So basically, yeah, this is our motto. Don't spend cash. Think barter first. Of course, barterfirst.com is our business. About me, we kind of talked a little bit about it. So these are my two main guys, my husband, who's also my business partner, and my little guy, Arjun. So getting right into it, what is barter? I think a lot of people, when they think of barter, they either think of direct trading, like I give you this, you give me that. You know, in the beginning, people always give examples, like you're talking about the islands. People talk about, you know, farm sample examples, you know, things like that. But just to get a little bit more into barter that's applicable to us, barter is the exchanging of goods and services without the exchanging of cash. It's a way to generate new business, and it's a way to get what you need without spending cash. So the last two kind of apply to businesses who are doing barter. Also, an interesting stat, I should check if this has changed. It's a little bit old, but I think it's at least 15%. World Trade Organization estimates that 15% of international trade is conducted on a non-cash basis. So barter is not just a small thing. It's, you know, it's a huge part of the world economy. So there are a few different ways that you can barter. There is trading with family and friends, business associates. So this is your most basic trading, like you bake cookies and someone else bakes a cake and you trade them back and forth, or you babysit your friends' kids, they babysit your kids. So just basic trading. You can also do things online. I know back in the day, Craigslist was big. There's a section for barter there. I'm sure there are lots of different things like Facebook groups. So there's a lot of things you can do independently to barter. A lot of small communities have a group that exchanges hours. So you get an hour of service from someone else, they give you an hour of service. Or what we do, you can work with an organized barter exchange where there's an actual currency to facilitate the trading between members. So you get a very equitable exchange. So this is a little bit about how we work. This is our business model here. What we use is we use a currency called barter dollars. So one barter dollar is equal to one Canadian dollar. There are barter exchanges all over the world working in their local currencies. So if you're in the States, there are barter exchanges that have one barter dollar is equal to one US dollar. So what happens is we have a membership base of about 500 clients that are trading with us. When people join us, it's all mostly all businesses that join us. There are a few other individuals that are with us that I can talk about a little bit later, mainly, you know, people, staff members. But let's say in this example, a restaurant is a business that joins us. So they come on board as a member. We give them a line of credit in barter dollars, and then they can start using that to buy things from other members. So a line of credit is granted based on basically the member's ability to repay. So if it's something like a restaurant in a popular area that we know will do lots of barter, we'll give them a line of credit in accordance to that. It's interest free. So, you know, there's no reason not to get started using the system. So in this example, the restaurant goes out, they take $1,000 of their barter dollars in their line of credit, and they use it to purchase an ad in a magazine. The magazine takes those barter dollars, and they don't have to go back and get food from the restaurant. This is the main difference between working with a barter exchange and just doing your own trade. A lot of people like doing their own trades, and there are a lot of benefits to that, but there's always that limitation that you have to find that person that you both want each other's goods and services. They're similar amounts. You want them more or less at the same time. So it can be challenging. So working with the barter exchange eliminates that issue because basically you can just take barter dollars and spend them wherever you want. So magazine earns barter dollars, they go out and spend them with, maybe they go to Mr. Taxes, spend $500 there, and then the accountant can again use barter dollars with anybody else within the network. So it's extremely flexible. Now you know a little bit about how it works. How can it benefit your business? So I'm just going to give some examples. I think the easiest way to explain it is just to share some stories. So if you don't mind, here's a quick story about one of our members. Her name's Brandy. Her company is Spa Haven. She is using barter to generate business for her service-based business. So this would be similar to, you know, not a doctor, but a dentist, an accountant, a lawyer. They have time in their schedule that maybe is not completely booked. That's where they can benefit from barter. So with Brandy, she's doing really well. She's got lots of customers, but there are still some slots in her calendar that aren't filled with business. So she comes to us and says, you know, I'd like to do some barter with you. I have some capacity that's not being used. And we promote her to the other members in the network. So she starts generating barter dollars by selling massages and manicures and pedicures. And then she's taken her barter dollars and used them to market her business. She was using some online marketing services that have turned around and brought her more cash customers. So one of the nice things about using barter is you may barter a service and earn barter dollars, but now you can invest your barter dollars to generate more cash business. So that's a little bit about what Brandy was doing. She's also used things like, what else did she use? She got vehicle decals done through Barter, wine making, going to restaurants. So both business and personal things. So Barter is a great way to get new customers for a service-based business. It's also a really good way to move products. So moving your excess inventory. This is an example from one of our clients who has a young living business. So she had an assortment of essential oils, and some of them were sold, some of them she had extra of, and she thought, Barter might be a great way to get more people to be aware of my business. So she posts on our website different products that she has excess of, and then we market those to our members. We put them out in emails, we put it on the website, and people start connecting with her and buying her products through Barter. So for her, it's a good way to do two things: to get more people to buy her products and to get more people to be exposed to her company and the things that she sells. Here's another example of a company that has excess inventory. This company is called Pacific West Perennials, and they have been doing sales with us every year. They do a big garden sale, and they are mainly a wholesale company. So what happens with them is they sell their products to big stores like, like a Superstore or Home Depot, that type of thing. But once the big stores have got all the products they need, they have a bunch of things left over. So a lot of these beautiful plants are ones that, that they have after they've sold all the stuff to their big suppliers, and they want to find a way to move these products. So they're not really geared towards retail, so it doesn't make sense for them to find a way to attract clients otherwise. But with Barter, it's really, really easy for them. They just come to us and say, hey, I want to have a one-day sale with your Barter members, promote it, let everybody know they can come and buy their plants on Barter. And so we do. And over one day every summer, they sell a ton of plants. They sell thousands of dollars worth of plants. Members are really happy that they get these. And for them, they're earning revenue off of something that normally just would have been a waste, or they would have had to put a lot of effort into finding a way to liquidate it. I think I have a bit of a testimonial from Neville, if I can just read that one, just give you a bit of an idea in their own words. It says, so this is Neville, the owner of this company. He'd recently gotten out of this business just this year, but we've worked with him for probably about, I'd say at least 9-10 years. So it says, we use Barter to promote customer loyalty. When a customer spends over $1,000 with a certain time frame, we reward them with certificates that we purchase on Barter. This motivates them to continue being loyal customers. We also pay our employees in Barter dollars as part of their regular salaries. Everyone has certain expenses. Everyone needs a haircut or a mover, or likes going to a restaurant or a spa once in a while. Employees can purchase these things and more using Barter dollars. I generate Barter dollars by selling inventory at my cost and my cost per Barter dollar is quite low. Paying staff Barter dollars gives me a break on my payroll while allowing me to reward my staff. So this is an example of some of the people that may have Barter accounts that are not companies, are staff members of companies that are earning Barter dollars from their work. This is another cool company we work with called BSP Bikes. We just sold some e-bikes through them. They sell a lot of demos and as well as some new bikes. And they've been using Barter as they open new stores to get, electrical work, alarm systems. They're looking into social media marketing. So they're turning inventory into things that they need for their business. So whether it's improving their locations or getting new business, this is what they're doing with Barter. So they're a great company. They've got 3 locations with us, and they're always offering new things through the network. Here's one more example of something you can barter, is using your unutilized space. So this is an example of accommodations that we have. It's up near 100 Mile House. It's called Montana Hill Guest Ranch. And this is the little cabins that they have. So there are certain times in the year where they're fully booked, like in the summer. So we don't barter the summer with them. We barter the off season, the times where they have extra capacity, and they're able to fill up their spots. And Barter members are able to have some fantastic little getaways. We also like to work with people who have like a family cottage, any kind of property that's not being used all the time, we're happy to help rent that out through barter. It doesn't have to be an official business. It could be someone who's doing an Airbnb, or just somebody who has a place that they use for their family, but it's sitting empty a fair amount of the time, and they'd like to generate a little bit of revenue from it. With barter, you can save cash and increase your buying power. Basically, what that means is that you're able to use your barter dollars instead of cash to get many of the things you need. And that means you have, number one, you're using your barter instead of cash, so you don't need to use your cash. So that's giving you buying power right there. And the fact that you're moving cash expenses to barter expenses means you've got that much more cash left over for some of the things that you can't buy through barter. So, it really works in a couple of ways. It also gives you a bit of a competitive edge because people in the barter network want to work with other people in the barter network. If you could get something through bartering versus paying cash for something, everything else being equal, you're happy with both companies, you are definitely going to pick the company that you can barter with. So that gives you a definite advantage over other people, especially, there are a lot of competitive fields out there. So by joining a barter exchange, you become a big fish in our pond, and you can get a lot of new business from that. As well, the fact that you can use barter dollars to market yourself allows you to be more competitive in the cash world as well, because, maybe using those barter dollars will allow you to get better, SEO, to give you better rankings than some of your competitors, or do some other kinds of marketing where you're more visible, maybe by being on the radio or using barter to do flyers. So it can definitely help you get that edge by being more visible, both within our network and out in the rest of the world. This is Jennifer from Jade Clinics. She had one electrolysis studio called Jade Electrolysis. She's now grown to, I believe, 11 locations. And she's been very thankful to barter as one of the methods of marketing that she's used. Throughout her duration with us, she's done all types of advertising, marketing. Right now, she's looking at email marketing, radio advertising, and some local advertising for some of her locations in the Fraser Valley area. Barter also allows you to enjoy your lifestyle, treat your staff. So we talked a little bit about staff. This picture here is a great restaurant called Robert and Maddie. They have four locations actually now, just opening a fourth one soon. So if you are earning barter dollars and you want to have a nice little night out, you can use them to go and have a dinner at Robert and Maddie. Just one example. We've also done stuff like dinner cruises. We've done things like travel accommodations. We talked a little bit about limousines. So some really fun things you can use your barter dollars for. This is Teresa from AAA Easy Park. She did a wedding for her daughter on barter. So she bartered everything from her DJ, photographer, the venue, the bride's dress got blinged up by a seamstress that we have here on the exchange. So she's definitely a proponent of barter. They've done everything from, buying their kids bikes to cleaning their house to buying their dog on barter. So definitely a big fan of barter. One of the last things here we're talking about is networking opportunities. Being part of barter, it gives you many opportunities to connect with other members. This is a picture of a dinner cruise that we have. So, members come out. We haven't had them for the last couple of years, sadly, but we've done probably maybe 18 or so dinner cruises. So, people can come out and mingle and have a great time. We've got business mixers. So here's one of the mixers we did a number of years ago, just a, casual get together. Now we've moved to online networking. So we are doing online networking the last Thursday of every month. So we're just setting up one for we didn't do January, so we're going to do February and onwards. We did about 4 or 5 at the end of last year. So you can come and learn from our members and network. Just want to show you a little bit about what it's like to work with us. So first of all, what we do when people join is we get to know your business. So this is really an important step that we sit down with our members, either in person or over the phone, and really learn about what they do. Like, who is their ideal customer? What kind of business are they looking for? What do they need? We get really in depth into who they are and what they're looking for, both personally and professionally, because barter really runs the gamut throughout people's lives. And I mean, it's been a pleasure to be in this business so long and to really be part of so many things in people's lives, helping people plan their kids' weddings, helping businesses grow, seeing people go from one location to like 11 locations, seeing members become partners with other members. So getting to know each of our members is really, really important to us. And I think that's one of the things that makes our business successful, is that we have that level of relationship with people. So once we know a little bit about you, that means we're ready to promote you. We promote each of our members this is a sample of an email that we send out to the members. It's much longer. This is just a little bit of it. So Surrey Hearing Care is one of our members. So we send this out to the group to let everybody know what's available. We also advertise people on our website, and we do a lot of word of mouth promotion. So a lot of direct connections. Like, for example, we were talking a little bit about Jennifer from the Jade Clinics. Those types of advertisings that we were talking about, the email marketing and the local advertising, the radio advertising, were all things that I had suggested to her in our last conversation. So, you know, I'm helping her to use Barter to grow her business, and at the same time helping those companies to generate more sales by having her come and purchase from them. So that's just one of the ways we promote the businesses. We help you use barter dollars. So once we've got some sales for you, we work with you to use those barter dollars to get things that you need. So here's an example of our website. This is kind of the back end that members can log in and see. So it's got, if we have time later on, I'll do a quick demo, but it shows the newest members. It shows some featured products. Along the left-hand side is a long column of all the different categories, so you can click through and look at them. So a big part of our business is not just bringing business to you, but also working with you and showing you where you can offset your cash and use barter instead. So just a few tips for making the most of membership. Use barter to pay for business and personal expenses. Set up employee accounts so your employees can also enjoy barter. Pay non-members barter. This is something you can do if you have somebody that is not quite ready to become a member, but they're willing to take barter dollars from you for some work. You know, say you're going to get a website designed and you want to use somebody that you know, that person's not a member yet. You can propose, this website's going to cost me $1,000. I'm going to give you 1,000 barter dollars. You can use it. You don't have to join. Just try it out and see how you like it. That is definitely possible. And we can do that at no cost to the person who's trying it out. Cash conversion. So sometimes there are products and things that come up in the exchange that you can purchase and then sell for cash. That's also an option. I've had people, you know, buy and sell vehicles, and, you know, sometimes different opportunities come up. So, you know, just be aware of that. That's another option. Some ways to generate barter. Have a barter sale like Pacific West Perennials. You can have a sale at your location. You can have an online sale. We have a ladies clothing store that's doing a sale. We're just getting that set up for later in the month. Sell gift certificates. So we have a section on our website where people can list their gift certificates for sale. So we sold lots of certificates over the Christmas holidays. You can sell personal items or items received in trade. So there's one gentleman who sells advertising, and he does a lot of contracts. So a lot of places will pay him with gift certificates. So instead of, you know, he may get like $1,000 worth of restaurant certificates, and he's not going to use that many certificates. So he can turn around and sell those items to us and receive barter dollars instead. Also personal items. Sometimes people will have things that they want to sell. Like I had a husband and wife, they had motorcycles, and they just were getting out of it. They didn't want to ride motorcycles anymore. So they posted them on trade and sold them to members. Interesting one is collect bad debts. Sometimes there's a person that you know, has got, you know, times are tough. Maybe someone wants to pay, but they're in a situation where it's difficult. They may be able to do something on barter, and you can get paid in barter dollars. So, you know, if you're in a situation like that, you know, certainly talk to us. It's rare, but it is something that can be done and can benefit both parties. Also refer friends and associates. You know, we do pay referral fees. So we would love to hear from anybody who has someone they think might be a good contact for us. We do give out barter dollars, 100 barter dollars for each successful referral. So that's a little bit about us. That's our website. You can learn more there. So that's a little bit about us. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a good idea of what we do.
I liked your presentation. I thought it was really good. Thank you for sharing. I don't necessarily have any questions. I understand the the theories behind it, and it's really cool idea.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, for us, it's a lot of fun to work with different businesses and just kind of help them to, achieve their goals and look into, how we can connect people. Because that's really what we do, is kind of act as a connector.
I might have missed it. Is Barterfirst, is that just a Canadian thing, or does it cross borders, or how does that work?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Basically, we are a local company, so all our members are local, but we're affiliated with different barter exchanges. So we work with barter exchanges in the States and different cities in Canada as well. So, and they're, even one of our affiliates, they're worldwide. So yeah, there's a lot of barter everywhere. So our focus is probably about 95% of our business is done locally, and maybe 5% we're done with our affiliates. So yeah, so this just kind of shows a little bit about how, the back end for members. So when they log into the website, they can look at, what's hot, kind of featured offers. This is all the different categories of members that we have. So it's really diverse. So things for business, personal life, you name it. So when people come on board and they want to find something, they can come through here and browse and kind of get a look at what's going on. So say you're interested in, say fitness. So if you're interested in fitness, and then it comes up with all the different members that are in that category. And then you can just, if you want to find out more about something, you can just kind of click on it, and then you can learn more about the members. You can also do shopping online. So we've got this part here where you can look for products for sale. So it'll give you all the different categories. You can also just scroll and browse. For example, say you like this Mr. Taxes certificate here, you can click on it and say, yes, I want to buy that. So you can just do online shopping. I'll just pretend I'm going to buy this one. And then it goes in here, you check out, and then you have this added to your barter account. So you can use that. You can also do like a wish list. When you see things that you like, you click on them and add them to your wish list. So on here, he was interested in, say, Mr. Taxes, car racing, restaurants, and then it just saves all these listings. And as a member, you can add yourself in all these different categories as well. So you're able to put a product directory listing, so it's a general listing. And then you're also able to sell specific items for specific prices. So these are just some of the things that have been sold or that are, available for sale right now. So we've got car detailing, we've got a boat club is really cool. You can join and you can do like unlimited boating, carpet cleaning, driving school, dry cleaning. So there are tons of things you can do here. And you can also, through this backend, post any of your transactions. So if you do a sale to someone, you just click on here, you put in who's buying from you, the amount, the description, and post it. You can see your balance. You have access to all your account data here as well. So it's just like online banking and online promotion all in one. Yeah, that's a little bit about how the back end of this barter works.
That's really cool. I like it. It's very innovative way of doing things.
You know what? It's something old and something new at the same time, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It goes back to the very beginning of time, but it's a new way of doing it.
Yeah, and it's been nice because people are really open to it, especially, over the last couple of years, a lot of people kind of just went on hold and stopped doing basically anything for marketing. But lately, over the last, say 6 months, people have really gotten to the point where they're like, you know what, I really want to recharge my business. I'm ready to go. I want to do new things. And, a lot of people are looking at barter as a way to do those things and to do things without having to spend their cash, because cash is tight, but they still need to be promoted. They still want to be out there. And so it's good. It's I think things are turning around in the economy. We're happy to help people as much as we can with the things that they need.
I like it. Yeah.
It's pensive. Keep going. All right. So,
Rob says keep it going.
All right, I'll just watch Rob's face for when he comes back on and he can tell me to be quiet. One of the companies that was really successful was an electrician, and he did over $100,000 in barter. I've also got a woman who does coaching, and she used to have some business like trade shows, and she did I think she did like $250,000 in barter over the time she's been a member, because people would book trade tables for her, and she would just use barter for everything. Like, barter is interesting because it's kind of like a way of life. It's like once you get into it, sometimes people get into it, they're really kind of slow with it. They're like, okay, I'm going to buy my accounting on barter, and maybe I'll get my website done, and that's it. But then after time, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I need to fix my car. Oh, I got to go to the dentist. Oh, Christmas is coming. I need presents for my kids, and it just keeps on growing and growing. And, that's what I like, is just being part of people's lives. I guess I'm really nosy. I just like hanging out with people and finding out what they're doing. And, I think the biggest part is learning from the members, like what you're doing is amazing with your coaching and helping people be more successful. And we have a lot of really good coaches that work with us does too. And, kind of seeing how, like, learning from them, like when we do our webinars, we always bring on different people that can educate our members. And I love doing it because I like being educated too, and learning how we can all support each other and make each other's businesses better. So that's the thing that I really love about it. I think it
sounds really interesting. And a few things that I caught on to as you were talking was you've got a really good community, strong community. You mentioned that you like to know the people that you're, working with, the members. Rob's saying 2 minutes. And that's a huge component to what I do as well, is building communities, learning from people. And I mean, at the end of the day, sharing knowledge and sharing resources is a great way to grow. And I think
that's like the heart of barter is sharing, right? Really.
Yeah, it's sharing, right? Opinion.
Are we back?
You're back.
You're doubled up.
We have some technical assistance here from the Perennials. This is Alicia, runs the control room in the back end. Save the day.
Awesome. Well,
so Jesse,
I'm glad that you're back.
The best wingman in the world.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Wingman services available on Barter.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I mean, we could probably talk. I could talk about it for hours. I want to keep this focused on you as much as we can.
So I could hear everything you guys were talking about, the barter system. You gave us the, great examples, Amber, how members are using it. How can people get involved? I know you had your information up on the screen. We'll get Paige and or Alicia to share the information again in the chat area.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
if people are watching this on the replay and you want to reach out to us here at Mr. Taxes, we'll make sure you get in touch with Amber at Barterfirst. Barterfirst.com is the website. One thing I wanted to mention before the powers to be cut me off was on the accounting side is very simple to set up a GL account. So we're going to talk accounting terms here for a second. I know this is going to go right, Jesse, but the GL accounts, you set it up similar to a bank account on your chart of accounts, and then your debits and credits as you're buying and spending on barter. I know, Amber, you showed the back end system, but very easy to set up on the chart of accounts. Anybody listening here from the barter system wants to any help setting up their chart of accounts, it's as simple as adding a bank account. And I know that you probably don't have the same feeds as a bank account, but I know that the entries, because we do it here, it can be entered using a CSV file. So we have a format for that file. If anybody's listening, wants to get their chart of accounts set up properly so they can track their barter, you can track it on your back end, but that's similar to a bank's back end logging into your bank account.
Yes, no, that's great. I mean, we always encourage people, like if they're using, say, QuickBooks, for example, that they can, as you said, just set it up as a separate bank, because that way it's easier. It doesn't mess everything up. Like they can see, here's the barter I spent, here's the barter I earned, and they have their own kind of record of what they're doing. I mean, we do supply everything. It's all available. As you said, our statements are like a bank statement, so they can get everything from us. But yeah, definitely, if anybody needs help with that or needs some accounting work done, we're happy to work with you and recommend you to anybody who's looking for some help and support in that area.
Yeah, and for all your technical help, don't call me. You see, I had to bring in the heavy guns. Alicia came in. Alicia and Paige work on the back end, and they work as the campaign managers here on the back side. We use Webinar Jam, and I have no idea what happened to the microphone. It just went on the blink, so I'm using the backup computer.
It works.
It works.
We have IT support on Barter. No, just kidding.
I know you do, but they probably couldn't get here.
Not on the fly. Not on the fly. Not as good as yours.
So there's your slides. So supercharge your business with barter, easy barter strategies for increasing your sales. Again, just reach out to Amber. Go to the website, check it out, talk to some of the members, find some members on the website, find out what they think about barter system. Here's our tax tip for the week. So if you're selling a property, ask us about potential tax consequences. Canada Revenue is really cracking down now on residential sales, and they may be imposing taxes on your primary residence. So there's some planning you can do ahead of time. So just reach out to us at mrtaxes.ca. Very easy to get a hold of us. So any questions? Anybody have any question? Any of our staff have questions? Paige says, we can hear you now. Thanks, Paige. That really helped. So we do have our own affiliate program. Jesse, maybe just a quick recap on what an affiliate program is, and speak to the masses here about what our affiliate program can do for our members.
Yeah, for sure. So an affiliate program is quite simply where it's a referral program where you can get paid by just promoting other people's products and services. So Dollar Tax Club has an affiliate program where you can become an affiliate, get your own custom link that you can send out to, your friends, your family, your prospects, your clients, whoever. And essentially when these people go through the process, they will learn about the 10-year tax review that Rob and his team does, and potentially get a refund back from the CRA based on, how their taxes were prepared over the last 10 years. That's what honestly got me really excited about this affiliate program with Rob and Mr. Taxes, is because I know a lot of people in Canada, and I know that a lot of people don't realize that they probably overpaid in taxes. So if I can help them get money back through Rob and his team, then that's going to build my reputation up with these clients that I have, and they're going to come back to me and want to work with me a little bit deeper in the future. So essentially, that's what the referral program is based upon. Through the affiliate program, you get paid commissions based on whether these people upgrade and get services done by Mr. Taxes and the team. It works really well. And again, why wouldn't people upgrade and get these discounts when Rob and his team are willing to go on the front line for your clients or your friends or your family and essentially do what they can to get as much money back as possible from the last 10 years. So why wouldn't those people become a client of Mr. Taxes, and then in return you get a kickback commission paid out to you?
And it's one of the best ways to become self-employed. If you have a small business, get on Barter. We offer all of our services through Barter. We're 100% on Barter right through until March 31st. We cut that to 50% on Barter during April because it is our busiest month of the season. Santa Claus doesn't give discounts in Christmas, and neither does Mr. Taxes. Quote of the week: fearlessness has no limits. I forget where I heard that. It has my initials on there, but I did hear it somewhere. I don't know who the author of the quote is, but if you're fearless, there's nothing that can hold you back. You can't beat somebody who never quits. If you don't have any fear, there's nothing stopping you. I was watching some video yesterday of, these young millennials jumping off cliffs in Monaco and just barely clearing the cliffs, 100, 150 foot drops. And, I remember jumping off the cliffs in Ottawa, which weren't nearly half that high, maybe 10, 15 feet. So fearlessness has no limits. Register for our upcoming events. We have all kinds of special guests coming on. If you have ideas for guests, again, or quotes or tips that you want us to promote here on our weekly webinars, just reach out to us and we'll make an effort to get them on. Just going to talk quickly about next week's guest is Ryan Spence from Filogix. Filogix is a Finastra company, $5 billion company out of the UK, and Filogix supplies almost 100% of the mortgage broker channel in Canada on deal submission. So their platform is the liaison between the lenders or the banks, private lenders and banks, and the clients. And Filogix is a platform that mortgage brokers go to. They have 17,000 mortgage brokers on their platform. Ryan Spence is going to come on next week. That's February 2nd to talk about Filogix and everything that they're offering and how they're leading the technology industry in Canada. And of course, we ask for testimonials. If you can grab that link, any testimonials are much appreciated. So Amber, what's up next for First Canadian?
Well, we're getting some more events happening. So end of February, we're going to do a virtual event. We're going to do once a month virtual events. And after that, it is going to be, some real events in the summer. And we're looking forward to just meeting more people and connecting with more people.
Again, every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, so we can accommodate our following in the East, all the way across to Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick. Again, Amber, thanks a million for coming on.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Look forward to the events.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
We'll see everybody next week.